I'm here to speak to you about the importance of video in comms. It's true to say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and in this case, with the current climate of COVID-19, it's really, really important that we speak to our teams, our colleagues and clients in a way with authority, but being human and passionate and sympathetic in what's happening. Why video? Well, research tells us that video is the most engaging content by far. Stats out there show that it outperforms any other medium that you throw at it. And that's mainly because of a lot of things. In recent years, we've become time poor, but we want information in bite-sized chunks, sometimes long form, but we want that information that's visually engaging. Just hearing somebody speak or watching an image move, it just gets our imagination going. So that could be anything from a dry topic, which we don't normally are able to get things across. We go, how do we use animation or pictures to kind of really get somebody to understand what's happening? You know, equally, if you want somebody like your CEO to deliver a really powerful message which engages the workforce in a passionate way, a sympathetic way, video has the ability to transform that message and really get to the root of what they're trying to say. As we know, we're all emotional people and we want to really understand the emotion that comes through in a voice. Emails don't always do that. An email can be so cut and dry, whereas a video can really come back and you can say, I believe what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. These could be hard times, these could be great facts and figures. There's lots of different ways that video and animation can tell a story. So with the increase of offices being closed down and people working from home, producing video might seem out of the norm, something that we can't do because we can't get large groups of people in one place at one time. But there's lots of different ways that we can minimize the risk, but maximize the content and the message that we're trying to sell. So one area that's been proven to really cut through the noise when speaking to peer-to-peer is user-generated content. Now, what do I mean by that? Do I mean that you're just going to film yourself? Well, essentially, yes. It's important when using user-generated content that your story is cohesive all the way through. There's no point in just having people come together if there's no underlying story. We want people to be educated, understand something, bring emotion in, but how do we do that from a peer-to-peer point of view? It's always getting those people involved, but adding that little bit of genuine working from home or walking down the street, how you stitch those together, it can be absolutely beautiful and actually feel really honest and genuine. The next approach we're looking at is animation. Now, animation can go in two different ways. You've got everything from your explainers all the way up to your Hollywood blockbusters. But why do we use animation? It's a way that we can tell a story with imagination. When you're talking about certain areas like developments, you can pop areas up in no time. When you're talking about train lines, you can magically have them appear or disappear. This style is great when we're looking at certain subjects which are really dry and not really that engaging when somebody's talking. One huge advantage with animation in the current climate is looking at not having people on site, not having your teams exposed anywhere, getting the imagination across that you want, but just with simple drawings or pictures or a full array of stuff. But another area that can be really great is when you meld the two. When you have people talking to camera and what they're saying come alive with animation. There's lots of different ways that you can play with this. Again, we're looking at storytelling and understanding that visual aids help cement and land an idea. So the third and final approach would be webinars. Now, webinars don't have to be your traditional training models. So we look back 10 years ago and it was literally just somebody there on a screen telling you to push A or B. Now we can take people down virtual worlds and get them to select and go through different rabbit holes to kind of really understand and educate and learn what they really need to know. You know, we could have everything from your traditional event stands to the TED style talks that you see where you have your speakers giving you real information live as it's coming, and you can even interact with that. So there's a whole new way of learning, and it's all about being hands-on, it's being visual, and it's not just about going, it's select A, B, or C. It's about let's get involved in the conversation, because again, content is king, but how you interact with the content is even more impressive. One thing to really take away from this is any kind of video you do, you can split that into multiple different content streams. So from your video, you can make short edits, you could turn that into blog content, you can even turn that into podcasts. So looking at how you can take all the different areas and merge them into one.